Okay, hey guys, I just wanted to make a video real quick on the gun attachments and how much this can actually change. Now, I started in the beginning with the M4 and, well, I'm still with the M4. It's kind of hard to leave it. It's got a really well balanced kind of feel to it. But the biggest thing was in the beginning, I was trying to figure out the game. It felt really good with the guns compared to other Call of Duties. Felt much heavier, meatier. The guns sounded scarier. There was a lot of fun to be had with it. Now, when I was going in, the first thing obviously everyone likes to do is make your gun as beefcaked as possible. So I wanted to get as much damage, as much accuracy, as much anything I could possibly get with this gun, just to make it better. And what I wasn't really realizing, unfortunately, sorry, that wasn't meant to be a camp. Just trying to talk and not die. But what I was realizing was every time I was putting into my gun, I was taking away from my character. I was moving a lot more sluggish. It was a lot harder to turn around, a lot harder to move around. And on top of that, I was getting killed a lot because, you know, you see kill cams, and the first thing that goes through your brain is, holy crap, what is that person smoking? And it's not so much as that as it is basically taking away from your character and putting it towards your gun. And essentially, it kind of divides the Call of Duty players into campers and into more of the traditional sense of what Call of Duty is, of running gun or, you know, quick play. So what I would suggest, if you're having a lot of trouble getting shot up and thinking, well, what are these guys on? I would suggest maybe looking more at your gun attachments and, for real, pull away everything that takes away from your movement speed, your aim down sight speed, all those things. Go ahead and take away all of those things, because I guarantee it's gonna make somewhat of a difference, but it's not gonna make enough difference from being able to shoot and kill people. But it will make a difference from your movement speed. Believe me, I would not be able to move nearly as quickly as I do if I continued with my awesome, what was that, range to damage barrel. That looks like an M6, like a, I don't know, like an M16. But that again just comes into play with the game. Actually, we lost, so now I can get out of this as soon as it ends. I'll show you guys more of what attachments I have to better explain what I'm talking about. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the movement and show you that it can kill just as easily as any other gun, and it just depends on your focus. And that's pretty much it. So it becomes more skill rather than relying on your gun, who's got the best gun, pay to play, those kind of things that most gamers complain about. You kind of pull all those things out of it, and basically, if anyone's having a question of why that might be or why you're moving so slowly, it really is because, it's just the attachments. Like I said, you put the barrel from right now I have the Predator because I can see that it has aim down sight speed maxed out. All it takes away is bullet velocity. Well, the Call of Duty maps are big, but again, unless you plan on camping, you're not really going to be having to shoot people from very far away, especially for something like an assault rifle and M4 and stuff like that. So one of the bigger things was when I got like these guns, of course I wanted to go ahead and grab them because it would say something like damage range. Oh no, I definitely want more damage. But if you look, it really isn't that much of any difference at all. And maybe your range, but again, this takes into account of what kind of gamer you are. Are you a camper? Do you like to keep yourself tucked into corners and try to stay alive as long as possible? Or are you just going in there to try to get some challenges done, get some kills, and just have a good time? No offense to you campers, I guess, but I would suggest taking away anything. And now, not everyone is a high enough level to have these bigger ones, but you could go up to the Commando alone. You can see only takes away bullet velocity and recoil. Keeps your movement speed actually up higher and aim down speeds up higher, just like the Predator does, aside from the fact that it has sound suppression. So I would suggest to anybody that was having those kinds of issues to go and switch everything up, take away anything that brings too much weight to your gun, and go ahead and start making it kind of naked in a sense, and like especially with the stock, get that no stock. That's definitely what you want for what I'm talking about. Another one for some of the perks in here, one of the bigger ones I would suggest for people getting into the game is as soon as you can, get that disabling one. Basically, crippling power is really useful. It stops people and you get that kill. Basically ensuring a kill. If you start landing shots, you're going to get that kill. Same thing with the grips. You want to stay away from anything that's going to pull away from some. Recoil is great, but then obviously you want something even better like aim down sight speed. and sprint to fire speed. The aiming stability, again, it's most of your combat's going to be close quarters, in your face, barrel stuff, if anything. So that brings me over to the magazines and whatnot as well. Same thing. It takes away damage. Don't be afraid of it though. It's really not going to make that much of a difference in your damage. You can look for yourself on the stats, but just reassure yourself by trying it out yourself and seeing that it really doesn't make much of a difference, but it brings your mobility up way higher, and it helps with the basically aim recoil, so you know all your shots are going into the same place and you're going to get those bullets into that person a lot quicker than they get bullets into you with that fire rate. So don't be too daunting on your damage or your damage range. Use a fucking sniper or a single fire shot if that's what you're concerned about. And again, it's just basically making the gun naked and giving you a real opportunity to play at your max capacity and your max ability, and you won't have to rely on the gun at all. Just rely on yourself and your movement speed at that point. And believe me, you're going to have a much more fun, a lot more fair of a time. You're going to have a lot less complaints as well. And as far as perks, just little header, I would definitely get the quick fix as soon as you can. I think it's like level 40 something. Some of these are great. Overkill, I bring that to a specific class. The EOD doesn't help really that much at all. Double time, I found that to be the most useful until I got quick fix, because again, it helps with your character and what you can do with your character. That's what's most important, is what you're capable of. You want to max your ability out, not the game or anything. You don't want to max out your weapons as much as you want to max out your ability to do something about it when you're in the actual game. Scavenger is kind of pointless because you pick up ammo off of dead enemy guns anyway if it's the same gun, so it's really not that great to have. Cold-blooded, again, it's not that big deal. People aren't using those kind of things as much as you would think, or it's a lot easier just to go into a building if something's shooting down on you. Ghost is one of the better ones. Obviously, you're going to be getting up behind people a lot. It gives you a chance to actually have some kill executions, third-person ones, which are really cool to see. Kill chain, again, if you're an awesome, amazing player getting 25-0 or something like that, go for it. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste. High alert, complete waste. Don't waste your time with that one. Hardline is a great one if you haven't gotten a chance to get Ghost yet. Restock, I think it's one that you start with. Tune-up reduces the time by 33%. Obviously I have a bunch here, and the only one I haven't unlocked yet is the one I really want. This is the one that's kind of, I think, cheating in a sense, but it's really hard to pass it up once you can get it. I'm a level 48, as you can see. I'll be a level 51 really soon, and I'm definitely getting that as soon as I can. But in the meantime, I would say tune-up is your best bet. It's going to help you with basically ammunition. That's one of the biggest key things. Everyone thinks, oh, it just kind of gives you a little bit more damage if it's noticeable. Well, it does do that, but it also gives you ammunition. So you're killing like 3 guys, you got like 3 bullets left. Thank God that thing popped up, because now I got an extra like 30 bullets to come in my way. And so it's obviously very good to have. In this sense, it's almost like its own little restock thing, without having to lose the ghost perk. So it's great to have that way as well. Claymores, sorry guys, gotta have them. It's too many times where I've gotten, it's been very helpful. It's like someone who's got your 6. You can't not rely on people on the minimap being behind you, because they usually always die, and they don't tell you anything because there's no way of them to do it, or they don't want to, or it's just chaotic gameplay. So Claymore is basically got your back. Put it on that doorway while you're watching a window or something like that. You'll get a kill and you'll be notified. Frag grenades, I mean, obviously a lot of people have it. I'm not a big fan of them. Molotovs are great. They're really fun. Big area, kind of gets people away from you, scares them away. C4, if you're an expert, go for it. Semtech, one of the weakest ones you could have. Throwing knife, if you love just having fun, go for it. Proxy mine, the thing about these is they're okay, but they're pretty terrible, because all anybody has to do to avoid dying from them is prone. So if you see one of these and they jump up in the air, go prone, you won't die. You'll be completely fine. So there's that as well. And then obviously I got my tactical stim. This one's really cool. I would suggest, if not this, then the stun grenade. The stun grenade, flash grenade. Flash grenade is probably one of the most irritating things that lasts a really long time. You can't see shit, and you're probably going to die no matter what if you get hit by that, unless you're on a different level or in a different building. Heartbeat sensor I thought was going to be great, ended up not being so. The Snapchat works a lot better. It's a lot further in accuracy, and it's a lot easier to see on the screen rather than just little beeping things. It's quick though to use, so don't, like, I mean, if you like that kind of thing, it reminds you of Rainbow Six Siege or something like that, go for it. Gas grenade I thought was great, is not. It does like very, very, very minimal damage. And as far as really affecting any player, it doesn't, and it's very obvious to see. It's just a big green cloud of smoke that people get to avoid. So I would say stim is probably your best. It brings your stamina up really fast, and if you get shot, immediately use it. You get 2 of them as you go through the game. It's definitely worth using, so don't pass that up. And that's my class. That's one of my most main classes. Obviously, I got Play Safe and a couple others. Don't look at that. I only use that because I got angry at somebody from using it, so I did happen to put that shotgun in there. But believe me, I do not use that broken gun. It is not worth using. It is not satisfying even to get kills. It feels pretty wrong, if you ask me. So again, I hope you found this useful in some way. If you're having any of those kind of issues, I hope this can fix them. Just go ahead and bring your mobility up, because again, you want to use your best. You want to have the best options for your capability based off skill, not so much relying too much on your weapon, because it takes away a lot more from your character than you think it does. Go ahead and try it out, and if you think I'm wrong, go ahead and comment. So anyway, thank you for your time.